Okay, so I've completed the external fingers shape. What I've done is I've added a 3mm contour here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get rid of that line here. Again, any other lines I don't need. It almost appears like we're moving backwards, but it's well worth doing. And as you can see, our shape should develop as we want it to. Okay, I'm going to get rid of these joining lines now because we don't need them. And as before, you should see that the shape starts to appear. Just going to change all of those lines there so that they are red and ready to cut. Now both shapes now are in the right place. As you can see there, we've got one side here with all internal fingers. We've got one side here with all external fingers. What we need to do now is we need to develop our top and base so that it corresponds to the sides. To make sure that's red, and zoom in a little bit so I can see a little bit more easily what's going on. Now, this external finger there obviously will create an internal finger there. The external finger on the other side will create an internal finger there. This internal finger should create an external finger, and so I'm going to get rid of that, and that, and that, and that. And likewise on the other side. Checking as I go, because obviously I don't want to make any mistakes if I can help it. I can get rid of these lines as I move up, and you should start to see your shape appear. In the same way that we've just done with the bottom of that shape, I'm going to get rid of any extra lines here, and again I want to create an external finger. So what I'm going to do is get rid of any bits that I don't want. This does seem like quite a laborious operation, but it's well worth taking it at a steady pace to make sure that we are fine. Okay, I think that's good. What I need to do now, change that to red, and all being well, I've got my three sides. Just slightly zoom out. If I move those closer together, it's a good idea at this point to double check that the corresponding sides will fit. For example, the obvious ones here, internal to external, external, internal, internal to external, but again less obvious, external here, internal there. One good idea now, before we go any further, is to click on pointer, highlight that shape, and just group that which is at the top, or you can go to edit group. Drag and highlight that shape and edit group, or Control G, whichever you feel most comfortable with. That one there, edit group, or Control G, there. We've now got the three sides of our box already created. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy that, so I have two sides which are exactly the same here. I'm going to copy that one there. So I've got two other sides which are exactly the same, and I'm going to copy this one here. So I've got a base and a lid. All that I need to do now is position my work so that it's again at the top left home position, and possibly do a test piece out of cardboard or a bit of scrap 3mm acrylic before I go finally into production.